Hi, everyone. Welcome to Poetry and Prophecies podcast. My name is Tiffany. This podcast will be centered around how our physical lives ties into our spiritual lives. As we all know, everything happens there first. Ephesians 1:3-4. And I'm also going to be shedding light on how evil spiritual beings play a part. But before we get into the episode, let's say the Lord's Prayer. You can find it in Matthew 6:9-13 or Luke 11:2-4. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. So today's episode number 5 is going to be about Narcissist versus Empath. So I don't know if you guys saw the YouTube video I did like a year ago regarding this professor, but what he said in his video was, that was the highlight for me, my jaw dropped, was empaths are covert narcissists and psychopaths. He said that we are failed narcissists. So I just thought that was very interesting. That was the first time I've ever heard it. I can understand why they say that, but it's not that we're narcissists. It's just that what we're picking up on from the narcissist, we're mirroring it back to the narcissist. So that is narcissistic. That could be seen as narcissistic, but it's not like that is internal, if that makes sense. That's just pretty much we're just mirroring back what they're giving us. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because that was a while ago, and I just wanted to talk about it with a fresh mind and just to bring this to the table, because I know that was the first time I heard it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. I'm going to link his video below. We all know the discard phase coming from a narcissist. When a narcissist is discarding a person, it's to cause hurt. They get a high off of this pain that they're causing an individual, so they can trauma bond with that person, because that's what's going to happen. But with an empath, they're detaching, right? The narcissist is blindsided by this detach because the narcissist isn't expecting that, if that makes sense. So there is a difference between an empath and a super empath. You know, they have other terms like supernova and sigma. We're not getting into all of that. Empaths are people who have ability to feel, understand emotions of others, often to the point where they experience these feelings themselves. I'm going to link the highly sensitive podcast here because that'll give you a better understanding on what empaths are. So when an empath is detaching from a narcissist or person, a toxic person, people that have narcissistic traits, when they're detaching, the other party is always going to be blindsided by that. It's going to cause narcissistic injury to the narcissist. So it's pain on both ways, and the other party is not expecting it. And that is the similarities that I glean from narcissists and empaths, similarities. But we're not the same. Anyone that has ever dealt with a narcissist or a toxic person, mastering your emotion is key. If you did not know that, you know that now. You have to master your emotions. If you do not master your emotions, you will always fall into their traps. You will always get caught up in their traps, and they will continue to overpower you with the things that they do, because the thing is, they'll continue to blindside you with their tactics. Mastering your emotions will allow you to keep a level head about the whole situation. So this is why mastering your emotions is key. So how to master your emotions. So first thing is identifying the emotion that you are feeling, right? So anytime somebody comes to your life and causes some type of negative emotion, this is the thing. You have to identify what that emotion is, right? Then you need to see what needs to be done not to feel this said emotion. Then you need to remove yourself from the situation that's causing the emotion. So after you reflect on how this negative emotion was able to creep in, that's when you need to express yourself after you've analyzed it to the T, the cause and effect of it, who caused it, and what you need to do to not fall victim to it again. You have your homework cut out for you, because it's not going to happen overnight, but it is possible. It is doable. You know, you have to know you to the point where you won't allow someone to come into your space, come into your life, and then shake everything up. Putting you first is first and foremost, because if you do that, then you're not going to allow anyone to come into your life and then wreak havoc in it, you know? So the empath and the narcissist, a master of manipulation versus a master of your emotions. So we have a master of manipulation, and then we have a master of emotions. Once you understand how to master your emotions, right? But you have to understand a person that's in control of their emotion is in control of their life. No one is in control of your life when you're in control of your emotions. So this is why this is key, and this is why this is the actual first step in order to remain in a healthy space at all times, no matter who you're around. Remaining grounded as well. See, the thing is, time is your best friend, right? Narcissist is usually trying to rush you into something so you can't see what's happening, right? When you're rushing, you can't see. You're gonna miss something. You're gonna miss some signs. You're gonna miss some red flags, some red alert. You're gonna miss some things. So this is why they're always trying to move fast. Diving head first is never a good thing. You know what I mean? Keep your feet planted on the ground. Don't go diving into anything. Take your time regarding all things, and then you're gonna be able to see these tactics. You're not going to be able to miss a thing if you're taking your time in every situation. So let me get to the spiritual aspect of dating a narcissistic person for a second, right? So I was in prayer and fasting at one point, right? And the Lord brought this person's name to me in prayer. And this person, I didn't even know what a narcissist was until I dated this person, you can say. Even though I had narcissists in my family, I still didn't know what was what, right? So I dated this person. He was a narcissist. And then once I start walking my walk, the Lord brought this person to me in prayer. So I'm praying, and I was on a fast at that. So I was led, one, to renounce and denounce any covenants that I have with this person, any ungodly soul ties. And I didn't say anyone's name at one point, but I was led to say this person's name. So what the Lord showed me in prayer was me and this person. It was like we were face to face, and we were like gum. The Lord snatched us both apart, like he was pulling apart two people. But I didn't see my whole face. I didn't see this person's whole face. It was like we had one face. And I had used an image similar to that when I was talking about ungodly soul ties at one time. But that's exactly what it looked like. So I didn't speak to this person for like a year, right? And then I had a new Instagram at the time. This person didn't even know that Instagram. This person requested me after that prayer, after the Lord showed me the detaching of us like gum. It was like a day or two later, this person requested me on that Instagram that he knew nothing about. So I just want to let you guys know, when you are dating a narcissist, you are connected by a demonic force in that relationship. So either this person could have been possessed, or the person could have been oppressed by demonic forces that was actually holding that relationship together. It was a demonic relationship. So either or, there's different, but it's definitely a demonic entity chaining you guys together. So if you have been with a narcissist, most likely you have an ungodly soul tie with that person. You're still connected in the spirit, and that needs to be broken with fasting and prayer. But starting off with repentance, renouncing, denouncing this person, the connection with this person's ungodly soul tie, renouncing their names, any affiliation that you have with them, and any demonic entity that came along with them. That's how you would break this ungodly soul tie. So you pray to be released from people, places, and things that is not of the Lord, that is opening you up or blocking your future spouse from coming, So just letting you know how spiritual this thing is. But another difference between an empath and a super empath is the empath, they're more alert than the average person. So it's hard to trip them up. But the super empath will do things the narc isn't ready for. And the thing is that our narcissist is highly sensitive too. So it's like we're both highly sensitive people. And this is why the narcissist is so effective in doing what they do, because they know your triggers. Aside from you telling them everything, they know these things by movement, but so does the empath. Body language, movement, words. We are highly sensitive, picking up on your energy, your spirit. We're picking up on all of that. So it's like one is working through a demonic force while the other is working through the Holy Spirit. That's a great depiction on good and evil, the narcissist versus an empath. A healed empath is a narcissist's worst nightmare. It's very intense because they will get wounded. Dealing with a healed empath, a super empath, they will get wounded. That's a fact. An empath is the only people walking that's able to beat a narcissist at their game. The only ones. Not a good person, not a sweet person, not a regular healed person. No, definitely not. Only a person that has that heightened sensitivity ability to trip a narcissist up. Usually people don't even know a narcissist is a narcissist. But the thing is, because we're highly sensitive, we're able to know that something is wrong before we even have confirmation. Narcissist isn't the big bad wolf as people claim them to be. It's just they take people off guard. A narcissist can be defeated. You just have to know who you're dealing with, if that makes sense. Because the longer they're able to deceive you, the bigger their web and their trap will be. So by the time you figure out what's going on, you're already caught. So always remember what you're dealing with here when you're dealing with a toxic, narcissistic individual. This is an emotional game. Once you figure out this is an emotional game, getting your emotions in check and becoming a master of your emotions, they will lose every time. Once they got you in your emotions, it's either they got you in your feelings, you're reacting emotionally regarding whatever, you're acting out of emotions, you're emotional wreck. So it's like once they got you there, then it's really hard to see the forest from the trees because you're not going to be thinking logically. This is the game on a platter, emotional tactics, emotional game here. They want to get you in a position where you'll end up regretting whatever it is that they was able to trap you up in. You'll think it's your fault. You'll be trying to fix a problem you didn't create. And then they'll be disregarding, detaching from you, disregarding you while pulling away from you. So then you'll be chasing them, thinking you have to do more for them or the relationship to make it right, when this is all a game here to get you in your emotions, to have you doing things that you have no business doing, just to feed their ego. And this is the problem. Just to get you in a more vulnerable and subservient position. And then they got you, and then they won. I need everyone to understand, when narcissists come into your life, they're coming to destroy it. Okay. And if you've taken the time to build it, or you're in a good position now, or you rebuild your life, there's no devil in hell that you should allow to come into your life to destroy it again. So then now you got to rebuild it. That's not how any of this works. When you see this, you nip it in the bud. So just imagine like a cat and a mouse, right? The cat is over the mouse. The cat is like bouncing the mouse from one side of the room to the other, just playing with this mouse, right? And this mouse is trying to get out of this trap here. And the cat is just knocking the mouse from one corner to the other. So you don't even have time to think. It's like you're in a daze, right? You won't be able to get your thoughts together, being knocked from one side of the room to the other. So to just keep you in this type of fight or flight situation, right? That's not good for the nervous system. That's not good for your health. Let me tell you something. These people got to go. Once you figure out what these people are trying to do to you, they have to go, because it's going to wear on every aspect of your life. You'll be overextending yourself because you're trying to make it work. You're trying to make the relationship go back to how it was in the beginning, even though it was fake. Trying to get the narcissist back to where they originally was. But that wasn't part of the plan. The plan was always to destroy your life. So once you wrap your head around why a narcissist even entered your life, then you would see this whole thing is a game to destroy you, to keep you at a low level, and to keep you feeding that ego. And this is somewhere you never want to go. Emotionally, physically, mentally, ever want to go. It's like a ping pong, but you're not getting anything. You're not getting any leverage back. They're taking all the leverage from you. This becomes a problem, because then you're losing yourself while they're gaining. Remember this one thing here. Maintaining your balance in every situation is key, right? If you're maintaining your balance, then you're not going to allow anyone to come into your life and change who you are or how you feel about you. So whatever manipulation tactic this narcissistic person is doing, and you remain in control of yourself, you won't be out of control due to what somebody else is doing, right? So yeah, so you can't be in control and out of control at the same time. So it's all up to you. This situation is all up to you, because there's choices that have to be made in order for you to come out on top of it. Always choose you. All right, guys, that's the end of the episode. I pray you found something I said today helpful. Don't forget to take a look at the description box. All my links are below. The first link is to the targeted community, which is for targeted individuals, believers, chosen ones, the spiritually gifted, and those that are set apart. I hope to see you guys in there. I love you guys. See you guys every other Friday at 8 p.m. I'll be setting a premiere, so don't forget to click notify me so you won't miss it. Until next time, have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.